Hey polish fans, welcome to another video here at Wild Moon Lacquer, and today I'm really excited to film my first sort of paint with me / nail tutorial. And today I was inspired to do this manicure here for Earth Day, so if you want to see this, just continue watching. But I also wanted to take this opportunity to thank all of you subscribers, because over the last week we reached and surpassed 100 subscribers, so a big thank you to everyone. Thank you so much, and I hope you guys are all doing well. And just again, a big thank you to all of you guys. I really appreciate it. So if you want to see how this manicure was done and stumble through the the tutorial with me, go ahead and keep watching. Today I was inspired to do an earth and sky manicure inspired by Earth Day. So the polishes that I'm going to be using is this Lucky 13 lacquer. This one is Mother Earth Knows Best. This was from a polish pickup a couple months back, and what was really cool about this is it came with these adorable little cloud glitters, which I will be using in the manicure. And the earth color that I will be using is this one by Pretty Beautiful Unlimited, and this one is called Pistachio Pudding. And the tools that you will need besides your base coat and top coat is going to be this little thing that I'm using here, which is essentially a wax stick, and this is just to make it easier to grab these little glitters. They are fairly small compared to a fingertip, so this will give you a little bit more purpose in grabbing one glitter at a time and give you better placement. So I'm going to be preemptively opening this so that I don't have to try to open this with wet fingers. All right. And that opened quite nicely, actually. So I'm just going to set those there for later. And let's get started. So my thought process on this is I'm going to have the sky on my two middle fingers and little cloud glitters layered in between the blue polish, and then my earth color, the green color, on my pinky, pointer, and my thumb. So we're going to start with the pistachio color, and we're going to put one coat on the pinky. A little too much polish there. That is a beautiful green there. It's got some multi-chrome flakies in there as well. And we're going to go ahead and put a first coat onto my pointer and thumb. And sorry if I keep bumping the camera. I do have a new setup so that I can get closer to my nails, but it does give me a little less room to move my hands. So this is a lovely grassy green, which is what I was going for. And I actually don't have too many colors in this range. I was glad that I had this one. I'm going to go ahead and do the first coat on the other hand. Since my poor little pinky is still very short from its break, I really don't need a lot of polish on the brush for this one. Okay, so now we're ready to use our sky color, and we're going to paint the two remaining fingers. This is a beautiful deep sky blue, and it is loaded with these gorgeous flakies. That is almost a one coater. Very impressive. Look at that. Now my plan had been to sort of sandwich some of the cloud glitters in between a couple of layers of this polish, but I am not sure if that's necessary. Got a little fuzz there. But we'll continue on with the first coat here and then sort of see if it needs a second coat at all. But just look at that opacity, especially for a flaky polish. That's rather impressive. Look at that. Yeah, I'm not sure I will need a second coat, but we'll see. I think I got a slightly thinner coat on my ring finger on this hand. I don't want to over manipulate it, so I was going to try to add to that layer, but I think I'm going to go ahead and let those dry, and I'm going to come back with that second coat on my green shade here. Okay, so we've essentially got the pattern laid out with our green and blue colors. Just need to wait a few minutes for those to dry, and then we'll keep going. Okay, so now we are doing cloud placement. I did a little tester there just to see if I'd waited too long in between layering the polish onto my nail and trying to apply the glitter, and learn from my mistake. Go ahead and apply these a bit sooner in the polish application. It definitely is helpful if you have a wet surface to work with. But as you can see, you can pick up your little cloud glitters with your little wax tool if you've got one. You can probably also use like a wet toothpick. That possibly could work. And then you just sort of place them as you would like on your manicure. And any dents that you make in your polish are going to be just fine. You'll fix that with your top coat later on. And I think I'm going to be kind of sparse on my clouds here, so I'm only going to do a couple per nail. And as you can see, I'm having to press them into the polish a little bit more than you probably will if you were to try this with your polish still wet. And I didn't mean to have these look quite so identical, but I guess they're going to be a little identical. Alright, so on my thinner polish here on this ring finger, it looks like the polish has dried enough that it's not letting the glitter stick, but this was also the finger that had the thinner coat. So I'm going to go ahead and do a second coat on that and try to do a thin application so that I don't completely hide the little cloud that we already have there. So let's see if that works. There we go. So that's what it looks like underneath. So it still shows through fairly well. What I did was sort of make sure to drag away any flakies that we're going to layer over that little cloud. And now I'm going to go ahead and place that second little cloud into the wet polish. There we go. And there you have it. That should be the finished look. I just need to go ahead and put a top coat to seal those little clouds into the manicure. So I did go ahead and do a third coat of my green color over these 4 nails and just one of my thumbs. There were just a few small bald patches that I was noticing, definitely due to my application, because I was able to get my other thumb fairly consistent. I think it's just user error in that regard. So now we're going to go ahead and finish up with top coat. And there you have it. That is the finished look for the nature-inspired Earth and Sky manicure. Thank you so much for bearing with me and for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Make sure to like and subscribe for more nail polish videos, and I'll see you in that next video.